It up to the Chicago Bulls to make it look so bad in the first quarter of a game and then immediately turn around and still eventually take the lead. The Chicago Bulls are one of the most bipolar teams in all the NBA. The Bulls right now have a 52-47 lead over the Brooklyn Nets at halftime after being outscored by 6 in the first quarter of the game. The Bulls turn around and outscore the Nets 31-20 in the second quarter of the game to take the lead. And so we'll see if the Bulls can hold on to that lead, which is something that the Bulls have had trouble with. Them already having to battle back. Maybe they're going to have that momentum, things like that. It's been a weird game. It's been a weird game. When you look at the scoring splits right now, Nikola Vucevic is leading the Bulls in scoring with 11 points. He's 4-6 from the field with only 3 rebounds. Ayo Dosunmu's next up with 10 points. Kobe White's 1-for-6 for the game, 4 points from him, 0 points from Alex Caruso. Then you got the bench unit. The bench has a lot of plus minuses on the bench, even though not a whole lot of scoring. You got Javonte Green with 7 points. He didn't really check in that first quarter, but 9 minutes played. He's 3 for 4 from the field right now. Andre Drummond, he's 1 for 2 with 5 points, 7 rebounds so far. You got Torrey Craig with 4 points, and Dalen Terry really filling it up. Not a whole lot of scoring, only 2 points. He's 1 of 2, 3 rebounds though in that. And Dalen Terry's been playing really good defense right now, really helping the Bulls, have this lead right now as well. And the bench unit really brought more energy, right? They brought energy, kind of changed the tone of the way that it seemed like the game was going. But yeah, other than that, Bateem's played 3 minutes. He was off the bench before Green. Billy Donovan quickly realized his faults there. I told you guys, now that Javonte Green is back and playing this way and having this type of impact for the Bulls, do not be surprised if you don't see much of OB here. When Javonte Green's on the court in his 9 minutes today, the Bulls are plus 13 with a net rating of 65, a defensive rating of 55, and an offensive rating of 121. They're also playing with a pace, of 97. They're also getting 70% of the defensive rebounds while he's out there and have a true shooting percentage of 59%. What does that mean? Javonte Green is impacting the game of basketball like we all have seen him do many times before. So, hey, we'll see if that continues, man. But Bulls got the lead. That's the most important thing right now for sure. Shay says this team is really annoying because the energy didn't pick up until Javonte Green got into the game. We don't have energy. We don't have an identity. Slowly getting the lead out, lead out the shoes. Vooch and Drum both playing good, which is always a plus. But Green is just that dude. Absolutely, it's different. It's different. Javonte Green is really him. The Javonte Green impact is real. It's real. It's real. Man, Demo, OB, and Leroy sign Javonte. He deserves to be here. He makes such an impact. What's his plus minus this game, Haize? Well, when he's on the court, it's plus 13, which is crazy. That's crazy to have a plus minus of plus 13 in 9 minutes, man. Sydney, I'm sorry. I said, man. So it's crazy. It's crazy there. Sam from Maryland in the building says the Nets commentary is funny. Not gonna lie, had me dying with some of their comments. Not too biased either. Well, see, I only listen to Chicago commentary. Thank God for NBA League Pass. Javonte shows why it's so important to have players who know their roles and give 100% in that role. 100% fact on that one. SC in the building says that Javonte still is in the second was fire. Javonte's been balling, man, balling. He just understands how his way to impact the game. He is clearing his role. He's clearing how he can impact the game of basketball, and he just does that every single time out. And you got to give credit for that, where credit's due, man. It's great to see. How many Javontes out there? About 5 or 6 of them. I hope Kobe can pick it up in the second half. He's been struggling since his injury. Yeah, and that's one. And I had a video on it a couple of days ago in which I said that Kobe White's biggest flaw right now is his inconsistency. That's the one glaring flaw in his game, and he got to figure out a way to start at least getting to the free throw line when the shot's not falling. That could definitely help. Now he does other things, right? 4 assists, 2 rebounds in this game so far. He does have 2 turnovers. You want to get that down some, but Kobe White's biggest flaw right now, in my opinion, definitely is the inconsistency. And so, this is his first year really having this type of role, right? So, we'll see how that develops for him. That's something he's definitely can work on this offseason. And with the way that Kobe White puts in work in the offseason, I wouldn't be surprised if he fixes it some. Now, if we look at the nitty-gritty stats, the Bulls and the Brooklyn Nets right now are tied in total rebounds, which is good there. They're tied in steals as well, tied in points off turnovers. The Bulls are winning the points in the paint battle 24-18. They have more second chance points than us. They're winning that 12-7. And points in fast break, the Bulls are winning that 12-5. So that's those kind of stat areas that I like to look at as far as the energy stats and those type of things. OTR in the building says, where do you think this team would be if JG from the start of the season if he was healthy? I don't know, bro. I can't say that. Like, the Bulls still started off in that slump. Kobe wasn't playing good. Vooch wasn't playing good. DeMar wasn't playing good. Zach wasn't playing good. So I do think that our bench rotation would be a lot better, but I can't say how many more wins we'd have for sure just because of how things have ebbed and flowed. So Haize, if the Bulls let DeMar walk and draft TSJ, do you think the Bulls will suffer in the short term? I know that will benefit in the long term, probably. And that's the thing that it sucks. This front office is it's like they're terrified to do. Take a bit of a step back to take a longer term step forward is the way that I continually word it. Brandon says, yo, can we all acknowledge how Io put last year's horrid season behind him? I'm so happy to see the growth in Io. Bulls Nation saying, oh, that's a absolute fact. Absolute fact. How Javonte come back and already shooting better than Javon? It doesn't take much to shoot better than Javon Carter. It just does not take much. Javon Carter is cheeks. The question is, who is your favorite Javonte? The six Javonte is my favorite. I think there's something about that number 6 as well. So yeah, the 6 Javonte is always the favorite one. Kobe just needs to see some shots go in. He'll work himself out of it. That's why I said I'm not too worried. Like in the past, we'd worry about Kobe staying in kind of this cold stretch. You don't really worry about them staying there too much anymore, right? You kind of have that feeling that he's always going to work himself out of it eventually. So, but Tim ain't worth being on the floor unless he's going to sling it like Corver, and he just ain't. Nah, it's still worth it. You still want to get those because he's not just a shooter. He can space the floor as far as even without shooting the ball with how he moves with it. So you're still going to play those guys, right? Haize, do you think that that we give Javonte a contract? I think it comes down to how things shake out with the rest of the roster. Let's see how we come out of the locker room. Haize, see red. Yeah, that's going to be a big thing for this Bulls team. They to come out aggressive, have a strong second half. They definitely need to. You can't let your foot off the gas today. Guess you can say Javon is Mo Cheeks. Okay, I'll leave after that one. That's not his Mo Cheeks. Ball cheeks. I just want Kobe to perform good so he can win most improved player. I mean, I this cold stretch might have fucked that up. I'm just gonna be 100% frank with you, OTR. This last stretch that he's been playing at this cold, unless he really goes nuclear again over the last now, 8 games after this one. But this cold streak from him on top of the injury that may have worked him out of that, unfortunately. The team's success depends heavily on their defense. They play like they don't know that too much. That's why the title of my video today was like it all hinges on the Bulls defense. The defense is the most important thing for this team right now. I think that was yesterday's video. Haize, when will you do more in-depth video about draft prospects after the season or after the lottery selections? I'll do some. So what I'll tend to do is leading up into the lottery, I'll do some groupings, right? So I'll do like, hey, these are the point guards that could be on the Bulls radar. These are the shooting guards that could be on the Bulls radar. These are just kind of general, right? After the lottery, we know exactly where the Bulls are gonna do it. That's where I'll do specific profiles on specific players. So that's when you'll get your Kyle Filipowski video where it's just about him breaking down his tape, right? So that's where you'll start getting that at. That's how we typically do it. What do you think? What is Billy's talking about in the locker room? I don't listen. I can't make sense out of nonsense, bro. I'm a basketball fan. I'm not a Billy Donovan whisperer. I don't know what the hell that bastard's talking about. For all I know, he can be asking, "Hey, have y'all seen the new flavor that Bubblicious just came out with? It's a bad motherfucker. Did y'all see that? They coming out. When you bite into it, sprinkles, glitter, all that type of shit. They got pop rocks in the gum. In the gum, it has pop rocks in it. That's for all I know. That's what Billy Donovan is talking about at halftime. I have no fucking idea, bro. This game shows that there are 2 Bulls teams. Oh, absolutely, 2 completely different teams. Let's face it, we're always going to be a defensive team because when you look at here, I can't do it anymore, Shay. You got to stop every time. Shay has the same speech pattern every fucking time. It's this, but when you think about it, or like, come on, bro. What are we talking when you think about it? Just say your point, bro. Just get it out. This like before you about to smash the chick, do you pull it out and be like, hey, when you think about it, as soon as I go inside you, when you think about it, it's gonna curve up and hit that. Is that how you describe things, my brother? Is that how you talk about it? Or you just say, hey, bust it wide open? Like, what are you talking about, my guy? What are we doing here, man? What are we doing here? Stop prefacing everything you saying, man. What are we doing? What are we doing? When you when you think about it, when I hit your left ovary, when you think about it, I know it's a little bit mix of pain and pleasure, but when you think about it, I'm about to tear that ass. Like, what? Just do it. Just do it, bro. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? When you look at the success throughout the whole franchise, it's happened when we had nothing but good defensive teams. Adjustments early to tune up that lack of energy work. Lock in and leave them in the rear view. I feel you on that one. Let's hope that they can, man. Let's hope that they can. Oh man, Billy Donovan be so aggressive chewing that gum. I'll be crying. I wish he was that aggressive drawing up a defensive game plan. I really do hope he'd do that. Like, be aggressive in that shit. Like what are we talking about? Will the Bulls get a fine if you drop Taylor? A fine? No, you can cut people at any point in time. You ain't getting no fine for that. Billy in the locker room talking about, damn, y'all need more. I can't spend the rest of my 10-year extension losing. That's funny. Billy playbook in the ingredients on the gum wrapper. That's wild. Oh boy, just talked himself out of some. Yeah, listen. Shay talked himself out of something, man. I still don't know why we extended that goofy. Who knows, man? I would get on my knees to see 100% healthy. Julio, what are we talking about, bro? The fact Billy ain't sponsored by Wrigley's gum or some shit is a missed opportunity. Don't nobody want to sponsor that motherfucker. Look at that hairline. Do you really want to attach your business to that hairline? Is that what you want to do? Is it possible to keep green for the rest of the season? Yeah, you'll have to cut somebody. Do you think Billy coaches in bubblegum terms? Oh, probably. Hey, Haize, let me get a shout out for the Chicago brother. Well, shout out to Black Rico in this motherfucker. Hey, yo. Huh? What are you hunting about, Shawners? Julio spitting facts. Julio rap from time to time. Hey, sorry. What I meant is, will they be in the luxury tax if they drop Taylor? No, I don't. No, because it's prorated at that point. So no, they wouldn't be in the luxury tax. No Diddy on dude getting on his knees. I mean, listen. Nah, if he's getting on his knees, that's very much some Diddy shit. That's very much Diddy. That's not no Diddy. That's Diddy. That's very Diddy. That's about as Diddy as you can get, player. He's going full Diddy. Full Diddy. Billy need to get a new hairline. If bro had a taper, it will give him super coaching. That's funny. That's funny. Julio says, hey, man, he's taking one for the team. Hey, listen. That's wild, bro. That's just crazy. Julio said, I am the diddler. That's crazy, bro. That's wild. That's even know what to say with that one, man. Javon ain't gonna afford his 10-kid child support no more. Whoa, that's crazy. I know y'all seen LeBron said ain't no party like it did. All right, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this on up. I will catch you guys in the post game show. Diddy then took over the chat. Yeah, man, love you guys. Go Bulls. See Red, y'all. We'll be back at the post game show. Yeah, that's all. Love you guys. Go Bulls. See Red. Let's get this dub, y'all.